Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. What's up, guys? Man, I am about to chill, make some phone calls, get a little workout in today. But before I start my day, guys, I want to do a video. I want to do a message that somebody definitely needs to hear, because the reason why, on one of my YouTube channel, Courtney Loves to Win. If you haven't heard of my YouTube channel, that's my new YouTube channel that I'm growing, doing a lot of this type of content on. Someone asked me on one of my videos, Courtney, can you do a video on how to deal with people, fake friends? I think it was something. I'm gonna find the comment and kind of tag it on here, but it's basically, how do you deal with people that are fake friends, and how do you get rid of them? Something in that form. But guys, listen, give you guys really something to think about, because myself, I have gone through this numerous times, and I will say, guys, it's a lot of feelings, because again, we are spiritual beings, all right? So we are built off feelings, emotions. And when you have somebody that has been in your life, like for example, my wife, she has dealt with it. And especially someone who was supposed to be a best friend for over 30 years. And you would be surprised of people's motives. You would be surprised of people's feelings towards you, their jealousy, their envy, their negativity towards you. But first of all, before I get into this, let me tell you guys something. First of all, don't feel bad. Don't see what happened is, we ask ourselves, what did I do wrong? What did I do to make them feel this way? And guys, you know what? It has nothing to do with you. It was all them. It was the insecurity. It was them. It's the way how they feel about themselves. But when they see something in you, and especially someone who is as close to them, and they know you, they know of you, they know your story, they know your background, they know where you come from, and then they start gauging it towards themselves, it makes them feel that type of way. Has nothing to do with you. You are just the person who has created, okay, these emotions in them. But again, you didn't do it in a way to hurt them. You're doing it because, again, like myself, you just want to better yourself, right? So I'm gonna share a story with you guys. There was a guy, I got into the carpet cleaning industry when I was 19 years old, and I never forget, when I started my own, I was probably like 28 years old, and I get this phone call, and this guy calls me, right? And he said, "Hey man, I see you putting these signs out. You need to stop putting these signs out, because you messing up the industry. You messing up the industry, okay?" And I, it was a voicemail because I didn't answer my phone, right? And so I called the guy back, and I say, "Hey man, listen, I don't know you, okay? I don't know who you are. I'm just trying to, make a dollar. I'm just trying to make a dollar, man." And me and this guy start talking, and eventually, about some months later, we end up meeting each other at one of the suppliers. And he saw me, and he said, "Yeah, you that guy that be putting out them signs." And I said, "Yeah, that's me, that's me." And and then from that day on, we started to build a relationship. And years go by, we're talking, we're meeting each other. He's invited me to his home a few times, things like that. And this is when I was at my beginning stage. So at the time, he had, more than me, and I just never been the type of person that measured my success off of somebody else's, what they have or what they're accomplished. Because again, everybody has their own race. Guys, this is glare on the back. So anyway, let me sit over here. All right. So anyway, years go by, fast forward. I start to grow in my business. And as I started to shift my business into a certain demographic area, I noticed that I would start, some of the clients that I used to work for in the same area this guy lived, I would refer it to him. And I remember one time a client called me, and she was like, "Courtney, you sent, I'm not gonna say his name, but she said, you sent this guy over here, and he just don't work like you, and he works so fast, and he just don't do it the way you do." And I told him, and he told me he trained you. I was like, "Huh? He trained me?" I said, yeah. She said, yeah, he trains you. I thought, so, you know, it kind of like, okay, well, maybe he said something in that form, but maybe she misunderstood because he didn't train me, right? So then I remember another time, client called me complaining about this guy, his work ethic, you know, the way he works. And she said the same thing. She said, yeah, Courtney, I don't know how he can say that he trained you and you clean better than him. I was like, huh? So I said, hold on now. And I told her, you know, I asked her, I said, he said he trained me. And she said, yeah, Courtney, he said he trained you. He basically said everything you know, he taught you. And I'm like, okay, this is like the second, third time I've heard this. So now put two and two together, I realized this guy was going around making false statements to try to basically boost himself up, to basically look like something that he was not. And he was using me to say, oh, the guy that, you know, that used to clean for you, you know, here it is. I'm referring people to this guy, but he's, you know, trying to use my success story to boost him up, you know. So long story short, guys, you know, I started shifting my business. And when I started getting into the wood floors full time, me, this, you know, this other individual and a few of my other colleagues, we will always have like these morning, you know, 3-way, 4-way calls. And when I started doing my estimates, right, I remember, you know, he would start asking me, he like, hey, did you get it? Did you get the estimate? And, you know, I would, you know, sometimes I would say, no, I didn't get it. He was like, oh, don't worry, man, you'll get the next one. I said, yeah, okay, you know. And then he, you know, I know that he would ask me again, did you get the estimate? You know, after I told him I had to go do an estimate. And I'd be like, yeah, I got it, man, got it. You know, it's like a $4,000 job. And he would get quiet. You know, it's like, and I started, and I started testing him. So he would ask me again, did you get the estimate? And I said, no, I ain't get it. Oh man, don't worry, man. It's okay, man. You'll get the next one. And then I started to say, you know what? I see what he's doing. It seems like he's more excited when I don't get the estimates than when I do to get the estimates. So when he started asking me from now on, I just started telling him, yeah, I got it. Even if I didn't get it, I told him, I got it. And I noticed that he wouldn't have that same excitement. And I started thinking, man, this guy, he really doesn't want to see me do good. You see what I'm saying? And it's just certain things that he was saying, man. You know, people have what they call it slick hate. And, you know, I will say about maybe a year ago, he just I guess, you know, sometimes people can't hold it in no more. They just have to just let you know how they feel. And again, it's not about you, it's about them. And he told me and two of my other colleagues that, you know, it was just crazy, guys. So he's no longer, you know, in my life. And I want to say this. Use this story as an example. Sometimes, again, when these things happen, sometimes when these certain people come into your life and these type of events happen, you know, you will see the signs. Okay, do not ignore the signs. You will see them, you will feel them. Okay, because that's just the way it is. But you must be willing to let go, because what God is doing, God is trying to tell you, I need to get these people out of your life. They do you no good anymore. They have no purpose here. They have no reason, okay, in your aura, okay? You need to be willing to let these people go. So why? Now, guys, now I'm looking, now for the last 6 months, I'm like, wow, these certain people that treated me a certain way, they talked about me a certain way, okay? They felt about me a certain way. And you know what's funny is a lot of them still watch. And that's the thing, guys. When you put yourself out there, they are going to continue to watch, because what they're doing, they're waiting. They are just waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to for something bad to happen so they can feel good about it. Why? Because they're not doing what you're doing. Anybody who's doing what you're doing or doing better than what you're doing is not going to they're not even going to have that type of energy, right? So if you are one of those people watching, keep watching, because it's just going to continue to get better. All right. But what God is doing, he's basically showing you, I don't want these people in your life anymore. Okay. Because I need to make room for new people who are going to continue to help elevate you, new people who are going to continue to educate you, people who are going to inspire you, people who are going to motivate you, people who God is going to use those people to put you where he wants you to be. And that's all it is, guys. We are all connected in some type of way. So now that I'm looking at a certain type of individuals that I'm talking to on a daily basis, I'm rubbing elbows with. These are the type of people that probably wouldn't even gave me the time of day 5 years ago. Because again, I wasn't aligned with them. All right. Sometimes we look at people and we say, oh, he think he better. She thinks she better. No, it's not. At a certain time in certain people's lives, they can't just connect with anybody. They just can't network and talk to anybody. Because a lot of times when you realize you get to a certain level, you realize you're basically wasting your time. You're wasting your valuable energy on something that don't appreciate it. All right. So that's what I want to say. When you have those type of people, okay, and I know we use this word a lot, call them haters. Oh, they're haters. And guys, I'm ready to get to the point where I'm not even trying to use that word, because they're not haters towards you or me. They're haters towards themselves. Okay, because again, if they were in a position, they wouldn't have those feelings towards you or me or even themselves. So a lot of times they don't hate us. They hate themselves. They hate that they're not doing what they should, what you're doing for whatever reason. And I've gotten to the point in my life, guys, that's not my issue. Okay, that's not my problem. That's their problem, and they have to deal with it, and they have to live with it. So again, man, when you have these type of people in your life, just let it go. Just let them go. Again, you are human, especially when it first starts happening. I can't sit here and tell you, oh, just let it go and just keep on walking into the sunset. You're going to feel a certain type of way with it. You're going to ask yourself questions. And especially when you're talking about long time relationships, like my wife, over 30 years. And next thing you know, this individual just comes out because she's jealous, because she sees something, that the life that my wife is living. But guys, this is for anybody who really wants it. But it starts, I'm gonna tell you where it starts, where a lot of people cannot grasp this. You must be willing to want to see other people living good, living a life of abundance, living happy. Okay, be proud of their accomplishments. How can you want those same things, but you don't want to see somebody else with it? This is why a lot of people don't get it. Because they want it, but they don't want to see you with it. And again, that does not align. That's not godly. Anything that's not God, how can you attract? Okay? Jealousy, envy, hatred, that's not God. But when you have those feelings, the things that you think you want, that you see that other people have, you're just pushing those things further away, because it's not godly. It's that simple. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. Want to enjoy the rest of my day. See you in the next one.